Welcome to episode 33 of our Family Travel Australia series. Now fortunately the Easter Bunny did find us in lockdown here in Tassie. We also got to share a digital Easter online with the family back on the mainland.
Now in this episode we give you a comprehensive tour inside Orange, our tiny home on wheels.
And we have a feel-good throwback back to Carnarvon Gorge in central Queensland, still rated as one of our favourite experiences on the road.
Absolutely amazing. And next week Paul is cooking up Tasmanian salmon on the Weber. Should be good. Hang on a second, what's that? His footprints. What?
Come here, look.
And look! Thirsty, hungry bunny.
There's an Easter Bunny one. Easter Bunny came!
Auntie Donna and Jack and Joy. Look, there's Uncle Chris in there.
Yeah!
Everybody stay safe and well and positive. Keep your immune system fighting strong. Yeah.
Welcome to Orange, our Coromal Element Evolution 696 RTV. Now it's made by Apollo. Australian made, Australian owned, built up in Brisbane, Queensland, so not far from our hometown of the Gold Coast, and we absolutely love it. And today we thought we really wanted to share a bit more detail, do a bit more of an in-depth tour, and talk about the things that we absolutely love, the things that we've modified or added to make life living on the road full time that little bit easier, and also a couple of things that, you know, if we are upgrading at any point in the future that we already know we want to reconsider. So come on, let's start in the bedroom. Okay, so let's go straight underneath the bed. Great storage under here. Paul and I keep our shoes in the drawers, and when we first bought Orange we upgraded and had another solar panel installed on the roof, and so we've got the double batteries down there. Now when we do get back to the mainland we are keen to get some more solar installed and also an inverter. We really want to explore our off-grid living a little bit more. This is a semi-off-road caravan, which means we can get to more remote places, and for us to be able to take our work, our laptops and all of Paul's camera gear and be able to still charge and work completely off-grid would be amazing. So that is something that we're looking to do in the future. One of the things that we absolutely love about this model, and I have to say it was a definite selling point for us when we were looking at all the different caravans, is these huge windows. Not only do they let in so much light, but they're also automotive glass. So a couple of advantages of this: super easy to clean, but they insulate the caravan so well, so they keep us nice and toasty and warm, and also on really hot days they keep us nice and cool. Now talking about temperature, before we left the mainland and came over to Tasmania, we had our diesel heater installed, thank goodness. So this is where we had them put the on-off switch and the heat control, which is awesome. It's on my side of the bed, which means when the alarm goes off in the morning, I can flick it on, get some heat into the caravan before we all crawl out of bed, and then we're super toasty and warm. So really good to have that there beside the bed. And I'll show you where the rest of the heater is located when we get to the living area. Okay, now loads of cupboard space. We've got, you know, foldable clothes up here. We've also got a bucket load of hanging space in here. So there really is heaps more room than what you actually think when you first move into a caravan. And for all the full-timers out there, or anybody who goes away regularly in their van, you know you actually don't need that much stuff. So we have downgraded massively, and I'm thinking that once we get back on the road again, we are going to need to do another big cull, because you just collect a heap of stuff, especially when you're stationary. Okay, come and check this out, Paulie. This is one of my favourite features of our bedroom. Paul and I both have a little side nook in here, and it's there's so much space. So I've got a couple of books, I've got my diffuser and my oils. We've also got the full power point and the USB plugs on both sides so that we can charge up whatever we need. We've got our lights. I love having my light on at night time if I'm reading or whatnot. Paul mostly uses his to hang his caps on, which is fine. And we love our back window. So this is great, particularly when you're free camping somewhere amazing. You know, you can pull the blinds down, look out at that beautiful view. It's just gorgeous to start your day like that. Okay, what else? On my side of the bedroom, and this is something that I've done since we've been stationary, and it's probably something that I've wanted to do for a long time, is really organize my little nooks. So I've put a lot of my essential oils in here. I've hung some of my jewelry, and I've got a space to keep my books and resources for work as well. I've also got another cupboard down here, down below. So again, loads of storage space. On Paul's side, he doesn't have the nook that I have, but I've installed, and Paul says I should have shares in the Command Hook company because I absolutely love them. And I mean, you need them in a living environment like this as well. So these are great. I've got two on my side for my hat and my handbag, one here for Paul's bag. Something else that we've done, and again, I should have shares in companies that make suction storage containers. These are super cool. So this actually was just from Kmart, and it's a dish container, you know, that you're meant to have in your kitchen for your sponges and things. Well, I just took the little insert out and it's perfect. It fits our Apple TV perfectly. So that's awesome. And we love that we've still got some of the creature comforts from home, being able to have the Apple TV with us as well. Okay, this little guy up here above the bed, this is a, oh, it needs a clean. This is a vacuum something or other. And basically what this little guy does is, if you're traveling on really dusty, dirty roads, you can flick that open and it apparently creates some sort of pressure in the caravan to reduce the dust intake. Now, to be fair, we haven't really traveled, we haven't gone into the red centre yet of Australia. We've done some dirt roads, some corrugated roads, but probably not as much as others. So we haven't really seen too much dust and dirt into the van yet, but that's what that guy is for. We love these. These are our little 4 seasons vents. And what's awesome about them is that you can choose to have them half or full open. You can have one or all of them, depending on which way the breeze is blowing. You can really capture that beautiful breeze from outside. I kept our little fairy lights because I thought that they were really pretty, and they're nice at night time as a soft night light when we need it. The TV is pretty cool. It's on a swivel arm, so we can turn it around if Jasper's sitting at the table and he can watch the TV. It's also got a built-in DVD player, which is awesome as well. So that's our bedroom. Shall we move on to the kitchen? Okay, let's start here. This is our home audio visual system. So many great features with this. It's a DVD TV player. It also hooks into the radio. We can Bluetooth, so we Spotify and Bluetooth our music. We've got internal and external speakers, which is great. You know, it also gives us our date, our time and whatnot. So a really great all-in-one system right there. Now the front door area is excellent. We've got these hooks, so particularly for Tassie, really great to hang our jackets, or if we do have anything wet, we can just hang it there rather than dragging it straight into the caravan. This is also a feature that I absolutely love, and we've had lots of comments from other caravanners on this shelf here. It just gives you that extra little bit of space for stuff. So picked myself up a little plant the other day so that we've got something living in the van with us, but really great for additional prep space if I need it while I'm in the kitchen, or just to have tissues and wipes, and we've got more oils there as well. So excellent feature. These cupboards are great too for any storage that you need, quick and handy to access. Something that we did recently was install, again, a command hook up here so that we can hang our keys up, because we were forever saying, where are the caravan keys, and trying to look for them. So they go in a central space. When we're inside the van, we know where they are. Okay, let's move over here. This is my favorite part of the van. So we couldn't come away without our coffee machine. We love our coffee, so we do have that installed, which is awesome. We did pick up though, which I will show you, this nifty little, it's called a mini presso, and basically this is this reduced in size, and this is great for when we're free camping and we can't actually use this guy. When we do get our van upgrades though, we will be all set to go with our coffee machine, even when we're free camping. So that guy goes in there. Loads of storage space in our cupboards. I love them. One thing I do need to do while we are stationary is get into this one. This is a bit like your third drawer that everybody's got at home. It just fills up with all the bits and bobs. But again, heaps of cupboard space. Our sink is awesome, really, really big. And I am going to just give a shout out to Alan, one of our viewers, who messaged us with this awesome tip, which we hadn't even thought of, but he'd actually made something up for his sink to give some extra space. So Paul picked this up. It's just a chopping board that Paul managed to find that fits perfectly over our sink. So this is really awesome because it just gives me a bit of extra bench space when I need it, which is pretty much all the time. This is our main hub of the caravan, particularly our dining table. This is our dining room, this is our editing suite, this is our play space. Everything happens here at this table, and more often than not it's all happening at the same time. So if I'm trying to prep a meal, Paul's working, Jasper's playing, having this guy over the sink is just excellent, gives me that bit of extra room. Okay, up here we have our food storage. Oh, look at that. Dessert. But again, loads of storage space up there, more than we need. And a really good tip for when you are packing your cupboards in your caravan is to make sure that you put all the really heavy items down low, particularly when you are traveling constantly. It just keeps things more stable. So what I love, I don't know if you can get in here, Paulie. So way down low in here, I've got jars, tins, I've got them over here as well, all of our olive oils, tunas, you know, any canned items. It's a really good use of that small space. It's amazing how much you can fit in there, and again, it's just all the heavy things down the bottom. Okay, so we have a 3 gas, 1 electric stovetop, which we love. We've got the grill. So we opted not to get an oven in the van. We use our Weber, our baby Q, which is great, and we love cooking on that. Okay, our fridge is awesome. It's a 190 litre fridge. It's huge. I mean, it's pretty chockers at the moment, but we can fit a heap of stuff in there. Beautiful blue light, and also we've got loads of space in the freezer as well, so plenty for us. We don't use our microwave, we use it for additional storage, so bread, wraps, things like that go up in the microwave. What's awesome about this table is that it can fold up, and we have additional storage underneath there. Now, something really cool with the windows are the blinds and the curtains and how they work. So we've got our block out blinds. We can pull them down to have our screens. We really love to have them up so that you've got that beautiful view, and then of course you've got your curtains that you can pull across as well if you want to. So you've got loads of options there. Now, in terms of some added storage, all up here is our office, our work, bits and pieces, but I love these hanging baskets. These were just from the cheap shop. They just hook right in, and this gives us extra storage for, you know, this is basically where we have our computers, our notebooks and things that need to go away in a hurry when I say, righto boys, dinner's up. So we can just pop them all up in there. Got our whiteboard up. Again, that's for mostly work, but anything that comes to mind, you know, so that we don't forget any commitments that we have with our content, our magazine contributions. I also put my shopping list up there as well, or anytime somebody says, hey, can we make sure we pick this up next time we're at the grocery store? So I'll put that up there. Now, with our diesel heater, we actually got it installed here under the lounge, and this is our outtake. So this is where the heat comes out, which is amazing because it's really central in the van, and we have the intake just under the seat here as well, so it's all nice and contained underneath there. Again, all of these cushions come out so you can get in and access it. Our air conditioning unit is both a cooling and heating system. What we love about this is the lighting. So it's got this beautiful LED lighting that we can dim right down at night time, or we can pump right up whenever we need it. So I love these lights. They're just got that nice mood to them. Okay, so that is our living area, kitchen. Welcome to Jasper's bedroom and our bathroom area. So this is a really great feature. It's obviously not soundproof, but it does come all the way across and gives a little bit of privacy, particularly when Jasper's in bed. So we just slide that across there like that. Okay, let's start with the bunks. So the top bunk at the moment, because we are stationary, we're using as a storage space for some of our heavier items. We've got our Thermomix up here, but also things that I use regularly at the moment. So I've just got my vacuum up here. It just makes it so much easier. Obviously, when we are traveling around, this stuff does not live up here, and our heavy stuff goes down on the floor, really where the table is, over the wheelbases. Okay, Paul did a video at the end of last year where he did some hacks to make Jasper's bedroom area much more enjoyable for him, and this was one of them. So we've taken the mattress off the middle bunk. Paul has created this little shelf here, and so we're able to put these tubs in. So we've got nappies and wipes, but then we've also got a lot of educational stuff, school stuff for Jasper, some of his toys, his diffuser and whatnot. And he is down on the bottom bunk. Something that we've done in the last couple of weeks since being stationary is turn his bedroom into a little bit of a cubby house, which he loves. And again, this was just a muslin wrap that I had, so we've just tied it up and we can undo it. And this is a really simple and cost-effective little installation. This is just a book pocket from IKEA, so we can pop all of his books in there. And then down here, he has mostly the only toys that he has in the Caravan, which is his wooden train and track set. So he loves that. So that's Jasper's space. Okay, we added, again, some of my favorite things. Now, these aren't command hooks, but these are from IKEA, and they're suction hooks, and they're really awesome. So Paul and I just have our towels hanging here. This was one of the hacks that Paul did on that video, and it was to block out a lot of the light that comes through the shower door. It's a beautiful design, but it was just too bright for Jasper when he's having his day snoozes. So we put this on, and something else that Paul added was this little Oki strap. And what we can do, it's really only for when Jasper is in having a soak in the tub, which I'll show you in a minute, but we can hook it up here, and it just keeps the door open. It means we can keep an ear and an eye on him when he is in the bath. So come on through and we'll go straight into the shower area. Now, this is the tub that we use for Jasper to have a bath in. It's awesome. It's huge. He was in there the other night and it was so delicious and warm. I thought I was going to try and get in there with him. Again, another great suction shelf for all of our shower bits and bobs. And I just hang our bath mat in here when it's not in use. Such an awesomely huge shower, but this is one of the things that we would change if we are going to upgrade in the future, and that is to take a little bit of space out of the shower area and pop it into the toilet vanity area. So this is the space that we have at the moment, and you know, we are fairly small people, so it is fine for us, but it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of extra room in there, particularly now because we are, I guess, stationary and full time living in here. Now, a couple of the little things that I've done since we have been stopped is add, again, these are just little suction. They're from Bunnings. They are so good. They just stick on the wall. You can take them on and off and put them wherever you like, but really great just to get our bits and bobs out, you know, so that we do feel a little bit more settled at the moment. Something else that I love is our little diffuser that I can pop in here just to keep it smelling beautiful, particularly after somebody's been in there. Okay, we've got our washing machine, which is so awesome to have in the van. It's a 4 kilo, it works perfectly. It's great for our clothes and smaller items. I would normally keep our sheets and towels until we were staying at a van park and do them in the amenities on site, but this is a great machine. A little tip though is I turn the spin speed right down to about 400-500 as opposed to the 1000 that it's automatically set on, and that's just to stop it really shaking here and the back of the van as well. In here is another little hack that Paul has done. This was a really long cupboard. This is Jasper's closet, and Paul just installed with his handyman skills just a little rod up and down so that we could fit Jasper's hanging clothes in there, as well as his pajamas and socks and knickies and things like that too. Okay, this is a great little vent. So this is awesome to open up on those beautiful warm days, and yes, we do have some of them here in Tassie, but again, it lets a lot of light in. So this is another little hack of Paul's that we did. This is just a piece of foam matting that just squishes straight up there and just again blocks the light out, makes it a lot darker in this area for Jasper when he's having his day snooze. So there you have it, that is Orange. Now on our website we've got the spec sheet for this model and all the models in this range, and if you are in the market for a van or you are dreaming about getting out there when all of these restrictions are lifted, jump on our website, get in touch with us through the contact us page. We can certainly put you in touch with the right person up at the Apollo factory, and stay tuned. At the end of this episode, Paul is going to pop up a link to the full factory tour that he got to do up at Apollo a little while ago, which is just awesome. So you can get a snapshot of what the factory looks like and how they actually make these amazing vans.
Going and then going around it, about, and then do that, and then good job.
Good
Thanks,
job.
Babes. How you guys going?
Good. I think Jasper's probably got the best seat in the house. Got a little train on my back. Cheers, Dad. It's heavy as a loco.
tree booby.
What is it?
A tree booby.
Yeah,
Tree boobies.
tree boobies. We're here.
We, the Bidjara and Caravan people, welcome you. Wow, Carnarvon Gorge, it is breathtakingly spectacular. We have just trekked in, I'm not certain how many Ks actually, I'll need to check with Paul, but we've come in all the way to what is known as the Art Gallery, where there is incredible Indigenous artwork that has literally been there for thousands and thousands of years. It's almost a little bit hard to comprehend how long it's been there, and it's just such a beautiful spiritual place. We were so lucky. We actually got to sit up there for about an hour and didn't see anybody else, so that was really spoilt. We have passed quite a few people coming in and out, lots of people here in Carnarvon walking this incredible national park. But it isn't overly busy. Hi. And it's just, the environment is so diverse. The scenery literally changes every corner you take. There's beautiful bushland, there's rainforest. There's quite a number of creek crossings we've had to go over, and I mean the cliff edges are just spectacular. The sandstone cliffs are just incredible. So definitely one to pop on the to-do list. Totally accessible too. We've seen people of all different stages of life here on the tracks. Jasper's been in the backpack, which has been a godsend, and Paul has managed fine, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll both be a little bit achy and sore when we get home later, but definitely accessible for families. So we've seen lots of children of all ages walking these tracks. So yeah, pop it on your bucket list. It's incredible.
Very beautiful.
It is very beautiful, Jasper. Oh my word. Wow, guys. This is next level beautiful.
I can hear my echo.
Okay, well we are at this spectacular canyon called Ward's Canyon in Carnarvon Gorge. What do you think?
Oh, it is next level beautiful. It is amazing.
Yeah, look, we've just come from the art gallery, this magnificent escarpment that is showcasing really not only a burial site and a sacred site for the Aboriginal people, but also this incredible artwork that dates back thousands of years.
It's hard to comprehend how long it's been there.
But we're not going to try and do everything in one day, certainly with Jasper on our back. What do you think, Jasper, so far?
Very good.
It's very good. That's a big remark for Jasper, isn't it?
It's just naturally stunning.
Stunning, yes. So we're going to head back to camp now at Takaraka. We're going to probably all have a nice hot shower, not a long one, obviously, being at camp. A really good meal. We'll have a rest day tomorrow, and then we're going to explore more that the Carnarvon Gorge has to offer, including the spectacular amphitheatre, and there's a wonderful family trail called the Nature Walk, where we hopefully will see some platypus.
Platypus!
Does anyone want to see platypus?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Jasper, on this side.
Yeah!
you doing? You having a rest? Too much exercise.